Israel-Gaza-Iran War News Live Update. The United States needs to improve its Mideast messaging. We are clearly losing the information war in the Middle East, and it's hurting America. For a long time, it was difficult for the U.S. to win over regional publics who were skeptical and to explain policies that were generally unpopular. Amid the proliferation of radical and anti-American voices, aided by the proliferation of satellite channels and digital media, the region's receptivity to U.S. messaging has diminished, despite its Cold War-era influence. This situation has only gotten worse since the Israel-Hamas conflict broke out last autumn, when regional discourse was already very contentious, divisive, and full of misinformation. The U.S. has a long-term stake in winning over regional publics' hearts and minds, so this is a huge issue for them. However, Washington should start from where? Policymakers should keep three things in mind while they consider this subject. Get a handle on the pacing threat first. Ignoring growing partisanship, Americans on all sides of the political spectrum have come to agree in recent years that China poses the greatest threat to American national security and that we should follow Beijing's lead when it comes to economic, political, and strategic matters. Still, Al Jazeera is undeniably America's pacing threat when it comes to Middle Eastern media. The Qatari channel is a multimedia behemoth, reaching over 95 countries with over 70 bureaus and an average of 430 million regular viewers. Another thing that a recent trip to Doha proved is that it has a journalistic agenda that is biased, extreme, and frequently strongly anti-Western. The Qatari government provides Al Jazeera with enormous subsidies, which allow the network to operate on a vast budget of $1 billion or more annually. The network has experienced unprecedented growth over the past 12 years, made possible by this practically infinite wallet. In comparison, American broadcasts about the Middle East are far more subdued. The Al Hurra and Al Hurra Iraq television channels, Radio Sawa, and a few digital platforms that cover the whole Middle East and North Africa in Arabic are all part of the Middle East Broadcasting Networks, MBN, a government agency that aims to reach out to the Arabic-speaking world. Still, it manages all that on a fairly meager budget of $131.3 million in 2023. These budgetary restrictions have made it difficult for MBN to carry out its objective of providing objective, accurate, and relevant news and information, to emphasize the plurality of America with various viewpoints and ideas, and to expand the spectrum of ideas, opinions, and perspectives available in the region's media in an area where Qatari media dollars predominate. Also, the nation's capital ought to venture into uncharted territory that its rivals are unable to touch. The massive resources available to the Qatari government make it impractical for the United States to compete dollar for dollar with Al Jazeera. However, by taking advantage of the gaps in Al Jazeera's coverage, MBN can increase its impact and win over more Middle Eastern viewers.